So today Gopal Bhaiya is not available. So myself, Kumar Sambha, will be conducting the session. So this is the assignment that we took yesterday. We are doing exercise 2, that is observing the body by the self. And we are discussing step 6 in exercise 2, that is observing my response or reaction to the other. So throughout the day, observe how you respond or react to the behavior of various people. Notice the meaning you give to the sensations you read. For example, the meaning you give to a person who is well dressed, as opposed to one who is wearing old, faded, or worn out clothes. For example, the meaning you give to a person who speaks softly, as opposed to the one who is aggressive in his or her talk. For example, the meaning you give to someone who is in agreement with you, as opposed to one whose opinion is very different from others. Do you notice any differences in your interaction, maybe response, maybe reaction, with others in such cases? In each case, notice, do your thoughts also go to how you can be complimentary to the other or not? Note the sanskar associated with the meaning. Start observing for a few minutes and then extend it throughout the day. So in step 6, we are observing how we react or respond in various situations. In step 5, we had to observe how we associate meaning to the sensation, and that is very important. And you can recollect that we have split step 5 into multiple steps, observing how I read the sensation, how I associate meaning to the sensation, and then how I express it either in the form of reaction or response, depending on my understanding or my assumption. And here we are trying to observe at the expression level. If you are able to see in step 5 at the subtle level how you are associating meaning to the sensation, that is very nice. Then you can simply observe your reaction response in step 6. Else you can start from here also, looking at the reaction or response, and then you can go back and see how you had associated some meaning to the sensation. And you can see that it's not the sensation that determines my reaction or response. It's basically the meaning I associate to the sensation. The same sensation can be given different meanings, and we could see how we receive sensation from the body, read it as per the need, and then how we associate meaning to the same sensation in different situations on different occasions with different people, right? And this meaning is determined by my sanskar, so I can observe my sanskar. So based on the assignment that we took yesterday, if there is any question, any reflection, any sharing, may please raise your hand and share if there is any question or reflection. If not, we can go to the content.
नमस्ते सभी को। भैया मेरी आवाज ठीक से आ
Yeah.
रही? थोड़ा मैं ट्रैवल में था जी।
हाँ, क्लियर भैया।
ठीक ठीक से आ रही ना
जी।
भैया? एक छोटा सा अभी इतने दिनों के एक्सप्लोरेशन के बाद ये याद आ रहा है, इसका पॉइंट नंबर 1 जो है कि हमारी नेचुरल मतलब
भैया,
नेचुरल
you
एक्सेप्टेंस।
have to go in English.
जी 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 भैया। So our natural acceptance is always for the happiness, and that too with the means cleanliness of the clothes. Means, but suppose I am traveling now, and if my natural acceptance is always to be cleaner environment, and somebody, a person, or he or she should sit near me who is wearing well dressed. But sometimes if it is not possible, say earlier it was there kaise log hai, or why they cannot even wear, or why they are well dressed. But now bhaiya, I can see in the deeper, and I can see that due to some reasons he would have not worn the means he may have worn the torn clothes, or he or she is not well dressed or like this. So bhaiya, is it going in the right direction? Ji bhaiya, thank you.
Okay, let us observe it at a more subtle
जी
level.
जी
See,
जी
my natural acceptance is to protect the body with clothes, isn't it? So to protect the body, I'll say. Now to protect the body, I designed some program. So clothes is one part of the physical facility that I use to protect the body.
जी
And then I try to see how the body can be protected with clothes. Can it be with torn clothes? Can it be with dirty clothes? Can it be with clean clothes? So this is something that I collect as an information. My clothes can be dirty also at times. If I'm working to produce physical facility, my clothes will get dirty, right?
जी
If I
जी
am trying to maintain hygiene in the atmosphere, my clothes will get dirty. They can get torn also at times. So my natural acceptance is to see the body as an instrument and to protect the body. At the same time, ensure respect for myself. Okay. Now I can also see that respect is not associated with physical facilities. It is to do with my right understanding, right feeling. And so I keep working for that. So when I look at someone, then by looking at the physical facility of the other, I try to analyze the current state of the other. Now my physical facility can also sometimes exhibit whether I have enough physical facility or not. That is, am I living with the feeling of prosperity or not? Am I ensuring health or not? Am I in a state of happiness or not? So that can also be expressed through physical facility. And then I try to associate meaning to the current state of for the current state of being of the individual through all such means. And many times the norms have a role to play, right? So if I have taken bath, what kind of clothes will I use? If I'm working in the fields, what kind of clothes do I use? So there are multiple things involved here. So I have to exactly see what is there at the level of my natural acceptance. Then what program am I making to live according to my natural acceptance? And that program will include my understanding or assumption as well as information that I use according to the locality, the place, the societal norms, and all that thing. So all those things have to be taken care of while evaluating myself or the other. But here, what we are saying that you just try to see how we associate meaning to the sensation that you receive from the body. So if there is a person who is well dressed,
जी
then what do you assume about the other? If there is a person who is wearing an old or faded or worn clothes, then what do you assume about the other? So just try to see.
जी भैया
Okay.
yeah
Yeah.
it was
Is
just
there a
a point
difference in yeah?
so
What is the
we,
difference in the feeling?
yeah, it is very, very true, Bhaiya. But as we travel by different classes, if we are traveling in plane, so there is no question. Already there. But if somewhere with different train travels or the bus, then it appears nowadays. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thanks a lot for
Yeah,
guiding.
yeah.
Namaste.
Just observe it. Yeah.
जी 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 जी
Nice.
नमस्ते
Namaste. Any other reflection or question?
जी, नमस्ते भैया।
Namaste.
नमस्ते, नमस्ते to all co-explorers. So, while observing this, uh, means I could see that due to the talking way of the persons, also the way the people are dressed, we are associating the meaning to that. If a person has a very huge or a heavy voice, then I can associate the meaning that the person may be very strict. So this I can see. Also, based on the dressing of the person, if the person has dressed with, suppose a good suit and everything, then I associate the meaning that the person may be some authority or some uh, wealthy person. And if the person is with the one clothes, so I can see that I'm associating with it.
Your voice is getting low, Bhaiya. Can you be a bit louder?
Uh, yeah, भैया, there is some problem with the headphone. I'm using the headphone. So is it?
No, please remove the headphone. That is a issue.
जी जी
Basically, when we use the headphone, no, the voice is not very clear.
जी जी Just a minute. Now is it okay, भैया?
much better, bhaiya.
जी जी. So throughout the day, I could see that I'm associating the meaning to the uh, the what kind of the person may be, depending on the voice, depending on the clothes. So this is what I could see. जी भैया.
Nice, nice, bhaiya.
जी.
Yeah.
जी. Probably means I am associating the meaning such as if the person is with heavy voice. So I'm associating meaning that the person may be strict, or based on the clothing. I'm associating the meaning that person may be the authority or some poor person. So here I can see that I'm reacting instead of responding. जी भैया.
No, I'll not say that. You just see at this moment when your voice was getting low,
Mm,
right? So I gave a
mm,
meaning that you might be using your headphone.
mm, mm,
So generally, when I get aware of the situation, when I try to rightly evaluate a person, be it skill or competence, okay, then I do use the expression part. And based on my prior experience, I associate the meaning. So there is a prior experience that when people use headphone, the voice is not very clear or gets low at times. So this is not
mm,
reacting actually. So in our day-to-day life, we do utilize this information to rightly evaluate people or to collect information about people. So this is fine. For example, in the same situation, if you are using a headphone and your voice is getting low, and I get angry with it, that why are you not aware that if you are using a headphone, then your voice is getting low? That is a reaction. Otherwise, I'll say just finding out the current state of people by looking at their clothes, their voice, their expression in behavior. If I try to evaluate people, this is completely fine. But
जी.
there,
Mm,
again, some assumption would be working. Okay, and I do utilize these assumptions to evaluate the current state of people. That assumption may or may not be correct also. Even that assumption, when I'm seeing, then from where I got this assumption. For example, in the same case that I'm mentioning right now, the voice can get low even due to uh, uh, poor connectivity, right? It can get low due to use of headphone.
mm,
It can
जी
get low
भैया.
due to maybe poor health also. There could be multiple reasons. But then we try to make an evaluation of the other. So this is fine. When my feeling, I look at my feeling, and if that is getting disturbed, right, then it is a reaction.
Mm, mm.
So,
So.
for example, in the session right now, we are not able to see anybody's face, right?
Mm, mm,
We might not have met each other, but by looking at your voice, I can make out something about the other. This is fine.
but that may be true or may not be true also.
Yes. So that you always try to make an assessment for.
Mm, mm.
That is not a
Okay.
reaction. Yeah. That is a way also to get information about the other. For example, if I'm speaking and my voice is very heavy,
Mm,
so you may articulate that I'm having some sore throat or cold. This is fine,
mm,
right?
mhm,
So being preconditioned essentially means when my feeling is getting disturbed about it, but I assume about the other by looking at the expression of the other through all my sense organs.
mm, mm. Okay. So so far, bhaiya, means yesterday also we have uh, uh, gone to the restaurant and we put the order, and the order came late. One order was not there, food order. So yes, okay. People were saying that, अरे उसने तो वो नहीं लाया. The order is not delivered. So I assumed that means I said and I assumed that that waiter might have forgot to tell. So that was my assumption. Means I was not disturbed. I was calm. So it may not be true also.
Yes.
So so is it fine, Bhaiya?
Yeah, yeah.
Means
So we do use assuming every time when we are recognizing the relationship and trying to fulfill. Assuming is an essential part of it, right? This is
okay,
fine. And that assuming is a kind of preconditioning only when my feeling is getting determined by this.
okay.
So we will always use the assuming part. For example, you ask your child to do something and the child missed it.
Hmm, hmm.
Then you assume that he must have forgotten. This is fine. But if you get angry on the child since the child has forgotten, that is a problem. But here, when we are saying, just try to look at how we associate meaning. So, look at that meaning.
जी
Now,
भैया,
by looking at the meaning, then you can further see with this meaning, what is my feeling?
जी, जी, जी भैया, जी।
Nice.
ओके, ओके भाई।
Yeah. Namaste, Sabiko. Yeah, it was my yesterday's evening. I would say it is the sensation what I got from the phone, and I started to react for that. React. I mean, so the disturbance was there within the body because the way it was being communicated, it was been the part of not helping him the way he expected. Like especially with the financial matter, so it was a disturbance for me within. Might be I was there to see that I was not comfortable. My heart was pumping like anything. So in that sense, the disturbance was there, and but I didn't express much in the form of words, but I kept on hearing all that whatever he was trying to put the disturbance from his end. Uh, One way I thought that I should disconnect the phone once for a while, but then I said the disturbance is there. Let me hear everything whatever he spoke. He went on putting all that blame on me for half a minute or 1 minute like that. So I listened all that and then finally said what is to be concluded from my end that why it didn't happen. So I was able to put it with my own understanding that the other was disturbed, uh, but for a minute I had the disturbance and I kept on that till I came home and I didn't only hold with myself. I just shared it to my family that this is what has happened on the way or at the office, and then night also before sleeping the discussion was there from the spouse that okay I still know that you are there connected to that only. I was saying that no, but still I was still connecting with that. Uh, uh, is that financial aspects whenever it comes, it takes up a lot of toll. That is what I was able to see. Bhaiya, might be it is once again my own sanskar, but the disturbance do come from the other when there is no role of mind to be played in that aspect, but still everything has been put on an individual, like especially I. So this is what was there for me to look for yesterday. But I think the disturbance do happen. I was able to hold the other side also that the other is disturbed, and especially when it comes to money matters, by everything, and he can understand that everything is the physical facility. It takes a lot of toll for him, and so this both things were there, by and that disturbance was definitely there when even I am able to see all this content in a better way in these days of my living, but still this was there for me. So you can help me in this aspect. So where did I slip or how can I improve upon?
Yeah. So, in fact, I think the first part will not be very clear to me.
Okay,
Can
Bhaiya.
you,
Okay.
yeah, briefly put in one or two lines? Like you got disturbed, that is fine. But what exactly made you disturbed? That was not clear to me.
Yeah, the disturbance was due to because it was been he was expecting that the paper should move from my end pertaining to some sanctioning. So I was holding it with that understanding that the things are not in line, and so I holded the paper. So that was the crunch, and it is for bigger money, and he expects that I should really be a part of the way he wants to do it. So that way the disturbance started in me.
Yeah. So you have to look into yourself
Yeah.
from where the disturbance started. What were you
Okay.
assuming within yourself?
Okay.
Was it in line with your natural acceptance or otherwise? So you have to observe at that moment, in that situation, what was actually going on within you.
Okay.
So that part you have to be clear about. So this person, if he was expecting something unethical from you,
Yeah.
right, and you're not abiding by it, right,
Yeah.
so this is naturally acceptable to you. This is fine.
Mm.
But why you got disturbed?
Okay.
In fact, there would be many occasions when I am trying to go by my natural acceptance, but
Yes.
still I am not comfortable.
Yeah.
For example, I want to go on ethical lines,
Yeah.
okay, but I am under pressure of some uh, superior, right,
Yes.
for
Yes.
doing something
Yeah.
unethical.
Yeah.
Now I am getting disturbed.
Yeah.
So it's not that since I'm going by my natural acceptance, I'm getting disturbed. No. At that moment, observe within you. You might
Oh.
have some fear that if I
Mm.
don't obey this person, then I may lose my job.
Yeah.
If I don't obey this person, then he may implicate me into something
Yeah.
which may not be true.
Yeah.
Right? In some case, it may also be the case that if I don't obey this person, somewhere I might have done something which was wrong, not that I did it for some profit making or something, but that can be termed as wrong,
Yes. 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 Yeah.
isn't it? And that can be made an issue. So I
Yeah.
am getting multiple thoughts. A ripple of thoughts is coming inside.
Yes, bhai. All
Now,
these were
due to
happening as you said. All these finer points, what you
yes,
said now, yeah, it's somewhere got
yes,
connected there at that
yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can observe within yourself what is exactly making you afraid, what exactly making you uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay.
So you want to have a relationship with the boss also,
Yes. Yes.
isn't it? And you feel that this relation is getting disturbed now.
Yeah.
You also want to fulfill the relation with the stakeholder.
Yes, bhai. Yes. Yes. There also. That was there. I
Yeah.
was able to see that
That
I'm connected to that other guy.
yes. And that relationship is also at stake,
Yeah.
right? And then you have relation with your family. If you lose your job, for example, then how will the relation get fulfilled? So I'm related to the stakeholder there. I'm related to the boss. I'm related to my family. I'm also related to the society. For example, if this person makes some accusation on me, which may not be true, but
Yeah.
for some time I'm going to have so much of energy to spend sorting
Yeah.
things out. This
Yes.
person may implicate me in some false issue or something, right?
Yeah.
So all those thoughts might be there, and this is something that one person may face in the day-to-day life.
Yeah.
So even though I'm trying to go by my natural acceptance, if I do not have my right understanding ensured,
Oh.
then I carry multiple fears inside me, multiple ways of feeling insecure,
Okay.
which makes me uncomfortable.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. Now then
Right.
at that point you have to see what actually is making you afraid.
Yeah.
So we have multiple such fears, I'll say. What if
Yeah.
I lose my job? What if I lose my reputation? What if my family doesn't have enough?
Yeah.
Okay, what if this happens? What if that happens?
Okay.
So it may be the case that such situations expose us to the multiple fears we are carrying within.
Okay. Okay. This
So I have to
this
work
even
upon that. I
yes,
have to
bhaiya.
work
This
upon that.
yeah, yeah, I will do that. I was able to see even in the transaction also. 1 minute I was comfortable. 1 minute I was getting disturbed. That was also there happening. I was able to see that. For a
Yes,
moment I was comfortable. I was giving the response, but another moment I was reacting like that. That was
yes,
happening.
yes. So observe it. See, the
Yeah.
core task is to observe as a pure observer. In fact, I'll say
Yeah.
this is only tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. Yeah. This was tragic.
These
Yeah.
situations give us a hint that I am not resolved.
Yes. Yes.
Now, if you
Yes.
try to observe it, you'll see that the situation might be very small, but in your imagination, you'll open up multiple other such possibilities.
Okay.
And I'm not clear about so many things. What if this? What if that? Right? It might be the case that this situation did not get aggravated, so got
Mm.
sorted very fast, and
Yeah.
there was no such issue. But you have multiple questions within. These situations trigger all those apprehensions, assumptions, fears, doubts. Okay, if I'm not clear about the coexistence of self and body, if I assume myself to be body, and if the
Yeah.
body lacks physical facility, then I have a fear that I will be unhappy. Okay, if something happens to my body, I have a fear that I will be unhappy, I will be in distress. So
Right.
utilize all these situations, I will suggest. In fact, I do see that every situation is an opportunity for us to observe,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
whether favorable or unfavorable. If I'm getting excited in some favorable situation, there also I can observe. If some unfavorable situation depresses me, causes anxiety, fear, right, disturbance in me, that also I can observe. So I can rightly utilize every kind of situation that I face and try
Okay.
to, yeah, expose myself to my preconditionings, my sanskars. Nice, Bhaiya.
Great. Great. Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you. Good day. Namaste.
Namaste.
नमस्ते भैया, नमस्ते सभी को।
Namaste.
uh, the person who is coming with me for admission, if he is not in well dress, or maximum in our area they are farmers. So while discussing with them, while explaining them, I sympathetically talk to with them, and I used to give a complimentary. Yes, he don't know the things of admission process. He don't know the branches, the explanation. So I give them more time. Similarly, if a well dressed person also comes and if he is disagree with my opinion, so then I used to give them more time to discuss and explain them that particular matter is not in that way. So, Bhaiya, my question is, I am observing it, but whether this my response is proper or not.
That you have to see. You have to evaluate yourself.
Yes.
What is your
How?
feeling at the moment? When you are looking at a farmer, what is your feeling at the moment? As you said, you are getting sympathetic, in what
Yes.
terms? Okay, when you are getting sympathetic, are you able to rightly evaluate the other, or you have a mercy kind of feeling within yourself? Are you treating yourself above the person, okay, or different from the person? What is the feeling inside you? That you have to make out.
Mm, okay. So sympathetically means he, because he might be not knowing the information regarding these processes. That's why it might be in my mind with looking his dress and his occupation.
No, by looking at his dress, occupation, etc., I get information about the other. This is fine. The problem is when my feeling is not in line with my natural acceptance.
Mm,
So I do make an assessment of the other by looking at the other, by hearing the voice of the other. Okay, all my sense organs. I do make an
mm,
assessment about the other. That is fine. Okay, now if I conclude that this person is not respectable because he's a farmer or his clothes are torn or his clothes are dirty, then there is a problem. This person is still respectable. And do we make and we always make an assessment. So this is an essential part of my conduct. For example, you are talking to me.
mm.
So I'm making an assessment that you are a man, not a woman.
Yes.
And this is something that I'm assuming. But this is very much correct. So this analyzing part is fine. I always utilize this analyzing part by reading the sensation from the body.
Mm.
And this is essential part. I can say that you are a grown up person by hearing your voice,
Yes.
right? Not a child or not a very old, feeble person. So I always analyze by reading the sensation of the other. This is an essential part. Now, if you are a man and a grown up man, okay, then you are not respectable. For example, if I conclude something like this, then there's a problem, there's a preconditioning.
Wow.
Else,
Yes.
in fact, if you say this is called as anuman. So I
Mm.
always make an assessment uh, about the other by reading the sensation that I get from the body. For example, I'm meeting you in person, I do not have eyes, but still I can make so much of assessment about you.
Mm.
Even if I have eyes, I look at yourself and I conclude several things about yourself. What could be your profession? What could be your background? Okay, what is your gender? In fact, this is how we analyze, and this is uh, something fine, completely fine. This is something that may be called as intelligence also. But if I am concluding something at the level of feeling by reading the sensation, right, and it is not in line with my natural acceptance, then there is a problem. But two things, yeah, you can look at the feeling as well as you can look at the way you associate meaning to the sensation.
Mm.
So this is something as an essential part of our conduct that will always be there.
Then how we can be complementary to the others in such situation?
By having the right feeling.
Okay. With the right feeling and our conduct should be in the same line.
Yeah. So my conduct has to be guided by right feeling.
Yes, 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 yes. Ji. Thank you, Vijay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste.
Bhaiya, we say sanskar. This is my, at the level of information. Sanskar is the acceptances.
Yeah.
So when we say that we are working on the sanskar, is it that is there a possibility that we are working on our feeling? Like
Yes.
I wanted to tell an example of my, the thing
Basically,
happening.
something that is determining my feeling, not exactly the feeling, something that is determining my feeling.
Huh. So
So three things are here. I read sensation from the body, the- and I'm associating the meaning that is ensuring some feeling in me. Then behind that, I can see what exactly determining my feeling. Ji,
so
please proceed. Yeah.
So, Bhaiya, before it used to be like this, like I would get into the situation, then observe the feeling. But now, when I interact with people, I first observe the feeling, and sometimes I see that, I'm not comfortable, and I just give it some time to know why I'm not comfortable. Uh, that's all. That's all is happening now. So, it's not going to that situation level now, but I am just checking for my feeling first. So, is this something that I need to work on, or
Not very clear. Yeah, if the feeling
like,
is not in line with natural acceptance, certainly you have to work upon it.
yeah, so now I check for my feeling not just when I'm there with people or not there with people. I can see it that sometimes I'm having that discomfort in me only.
Yes.
So I check, yeah. So I do check, but what do we mean by check? It's just that I know I'm not comfortable. I can see that I'm not comfortable at this present moment. So
Yeah.
what would we mean by we need to work on it? Like, please help me with that.
Yeah, nice. Didi. So when we were doing exercise one, and I can find out for myself that I'm not comfortable within, right? So I can see very much that I'm responsible for this state. If you remember all the steps in exercise one, so I'm responsible for this. Then I try to find out what is determining my feeling. Is it right understanding or some assumption? Then I try to find out for myself what is naturally acceptable to me. So I can look at the assumption behind this feeling. I'm not comfortable. The feeling that I'm getting is something not in line with my natural acceptance. Then I try to find out what is naturally acceptable to me.
जी भैया.
So that I have to locate within me. If not acceptable, then what is acceptable? And this is something which is a doable task, next task. And if I can do this in every situation, on every occasion, for every interaction, so that will help me. So every time I can see that I'm not comfortable. So what is that is going to make me comfortable? What I am accepting naturally within me? That I have to find out. And when you are able to look at that feeling, then not only this situation, it can resolve multiple other situations. For example, the case that Amresh Bhai was citing. Okay, so let's say I'm not getting comfortable within me, remembering that situation. So what is acceptable to me naturally? I can find out, and then I can work upon it, and then I'll get exposed to multiple assumptions that I'm carrying within, or multiple issues where I'm not clear, whether I'm the self or the body, whether you know, uh, this is acceptable to me naturally or not. What is my right relationship with my superior? What is my right relationship with the stakeholders? What is my right relationship with my family? I can open up all those issues. So, such moments when I'm not comfortable and I'm able to observe, that opens up multiple ways of exploring myself, my assumptions, my sanskars.
जी भैया. I will work on it. Thank you.
Ji, nice, Didi.
भैया नमस्ते भैया सभी को नमस्ते
So,
भैया for myself भैया I can say that I am having a sanskar भैया that I always expect right feelings from others and if people are nice to me I am also nice to them that is also I'm able to see भैया now the question भैया if someone puts something wrong against me if someone abuses I know they are wrong but I am not able to accept भैया this question I have asked many times, Bhaiya, but again and again I'm getting stuck up there, Bhaiya. What is that strong reason behind it, Bhaiya? I am
you
not
said it
able to
yourself.
accept. Immediately,
You said
I'm
it
getting into
yourself.
reaction. Sorry, Bhaiya.
I'll say that you said it yourself in the first sentence. If others are good to me, I'm good to them. That means if others are bad to me, I'm bad to them. So this is a reaction.
Hmm. Hmm.
It
But
means,
how to move forward, Bhaiya? Ji.
yeah, by right evaluation. So I can see that whatever be the conduct of the other, good or bad, intention
Hmm.
is pure. The other has the potential to ensure human conduct. And the other can also ensure human conduct if he or she abides by this program. I can also see this possibility.
Hmm.
Now, with that clarity, I'm not bad to bad people. Basically, I am more responsible to people whom I call as bad because I can see that I have a bigger role to play here. A person whose conduct is definite, okay, so I do not have much to do there. But if a person's conduct is indefinite,
Hmm. Hmm.
then I have to be more responsible. And maybe just by being responsible to this person in this situation will not be enough. I have to work on the whole system. So I can see that yes, this person who is treating me badly today was an innocent
Hmm.
child few years back. Okay, but the person did not get the right sanskar in the family, the right sanskar from education, and he or she by himself also could not explore the right thing.
mm, mm,
So what do we have to do now? So I have to work on the entire education process. This is something that we are doing. So if you look at it, we are doing it out of compassion that people are born with no such preconditioning, let's say, for time being,
mm,
but they get conditioned in wrong ways. Why? Because
mm,
the education sanskar is not right. They were not having this kind of indefinite conduct when they were innocent child. But how
mm,
come they became like this? That was because the right education was not ensured. So I look at this as a responsibility of mine that I have to ensure right education so that the right sanskar is there, so that definite conduct is there. I can always see that the same self is there, okay, with the right intention, with the full potential, and with a definite program. But that definite program was not ensured. So I have to work on that definite program. Potential is very much there, so I do not have to work upon it. Intention is pure, I do not have to work upon it. But I can see that the right program was not ensured for this person. So I'm starting to work on this right program. And through this, I'm not only working on the bad conduct of this particular person, I'm trying to mend the whole society. Let no child have this indefinite conduct. The problem is that when I look at myself, I can see for myself also that I do not have definite conduct.
mm,
And maybe I'm not able to make the complete program for definite test of my conduct. So when I go to make a
mm,
program with the other, I'm stuck. For example, a doctor is there, he feels that I have to cure the other person. But the doctor himself is able to see that he's not able to keep himself healthy
mm,
and does not have adequate information also how to keep oneself healthy. He does not have the
mm,
right feeling, understanding also about health.
mm,
So what does the doctor do then? Then he will work upon himself, right, to begin with. And the competence that you get, with that you start helping the other. So what we are doing as co-explorers, we are working upon our competence, and with the development of competence so far, we are working to develop the competence in the other. Now, when we work to develop the competence in the other, in that process, I also become more competent, and this is how we become complementary. So you can see the way you express yourself, there could be a deep sanskar in you. Okay, and that is
mm,
something like good for tat, and good to good, bad to bad people.
mm, mm, mm.
Okay, and that you might have been carrying because I have been listening to your sharing and expression. That you might have been
Ji.
carrying for long, and that is something that I'm not able to evaluate for myself.
Mm,
Okay? So you have to go within. You have to see why do I assume something like this? What if I do not assume something like this? What makes me assume something like this? It means I'm looking at the other person only at the level of expression, the conduct, not at the level
mm,
of intention, not at the level of
mm, mm.
potential, not at the level of
Ji.
innate program.
Ji.
So my observation about the other is very limited.
Mm,
That may be because the observation about myself is also very limited. If I can see for myself that intention is pure in every situation, I can see it for the other also. If I can see for myself that I have the potential to ensure human conduct, I can see it for the other also. And if I go by this program and develop my competence, I can see the same possibility for the other also.
mm,
So somewhere, and it may be the case that I am able to work on one part of my competence, but something else remains unexposed to me.
mm,
And that might be something that I'm unaware of, right? And somehow it is not getting exposed to me. So from where do I get this
mm,
feeling, good to good and bad to bad? What makes me assume something
mm,
like this? What if I become good to bad people? Ask yourself. You
mm,
might be carrying some fears within.
mm,
If you become good to bad people, what will happen? Just think of it. Try to note it down in your notebook.
mm.
Maybe they will. I have fear that they will take me for granted. They will not limit their
mm,
indiscreet conduct. They will go further.
mm,
Right? And if I start accepting like this, then everybody will become bad to me. I have that fear also.
mm,
Work it out. You have to work out for yourself and observe yourself.
mm. Okay, thank you, Bhaiya. I will start exploring in that line, Bhaiya. But that is a huge
Nice.
obstacle, Bhaiya. I can see it for myself.
Yeah. So you can note down your sanskars.
Mm,
Okay. What assumptions you are carrying within, and then you can see further. How did I get this sanskar? Okay. And if this is not acceptable to me naturally, then what is acceptable to me naturally?
mm. Okay, Bhaiya. Thank you so much, Bhaiya. Thanks for that clarity.
Nice. Nice. Nikhil.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, Vaya.
Namaste.
Much of the answer I got from the previous questions, but few things I want to know. Actually, in this journey, I am for past few years. It may be some 10 years. So over the years, I found a good change in myself. I'm finding day by day. So my situation is suppose I'm head of department and I conduct a meeting and somebody is not good in talk and disobedience somebody shows. So earlier I used to get very reactive and used to my bhav. I used to feel like my bhav is not okay. So I kept working on that, and nowadays I feel like I whenever my this feeling is getting disturbed, immediately I observe that now it is all going on. So I feel like I'm observing at that point of time itself. But uh, I want to compliment other. So how, because I feel like I am not having that much of competent that I can manage the person. I can not manage. How can I help the person? If a person not much change in past 10 to 15 years, so in that case, how long one can wait? One cannot let whole of the institution to suffer or to department to suffer. So what one should do in this case?
Yeah. So basically, few things here.
Yeah,
One thing is that I have to work on my sanskars. I have to develop the right understanding within me by becoming a pure observer. This is one thing. Second thing, maybe presently I'm looking at the relationship with that person in focus. I have to look at the relationship from self to self.
right.
And I can see for every human being, right, that the same thing holds true. See, it may be the case that this person might have been troubling you for 15 years, right? And you develop feeling of position for the other. So you are not able to appreciate any virtue in the other also, any good conduct, any part of competence that the other has. And you're just focusing on the shortcomings in the other. So this
Uh,
person, when he looks at you, he looks
he-
at you also wrongly evaluating him because he might also be able to see that yes, I'm doing certain things wrong. But those things that I'm doing as right, why are they not getting appreciated? Why are they not being accepted?
Here I want to add here that I feel like that I'm trying my best and I appreciate also even behind the person I try because now the number has decreased a lot. Earlier I used to get irritated with most of the people, but over the years there is a great change I find myself. Now it has with very limited one two people wherever I feel in my own relationship, my family and all. I feel very good in that way. But that ripple, even that small ripple, I want that I want to get over it. Of course, I'm feeling there is change, and it may, if I keep on working on it, it may take few years, or it may, I don't know how much time it will take. Might be possible. I want to try my calmness to maintain, but I want to help others also. But I feel like that I'm feeling very helpless in conveying my thought to the other person, because I feel like other person is not at all ready to accept it. Might be might be some lack in my conduct. The person is not assured of me. Anyone, whosoever, it may be one or two people. So
Yeah,
yes, yes. So for that, I want to enhance my this effort, so that I can help others, or I can not help. I can help myself as well, and I can compliment to others.
yeah, nice. So, are you participating in any project or activity?
Yeah, recently I have completed one USB 2 there at SRM, and time to time whenever I get time, because my schedule is very busy, home and in college also. So time to time, I try my best to attend sometime. I'm here from Punjab, so Pradarshini Didi, I do calling. Whatever I can do, I try to do little bit whatever I can do whenever I get time, because I had some health issues as well, but I'm working on it.
Yeah,
I have found much change in myself.
nice. So, it is good to see that you are able to find out that you want to develop your competence, right?
Yes,
And you're trying to work it out how it can be done. So, for that only, see, we have two ends to meet. One, within myself, I have to work for realization and I have to move towards realization. Second, in
yes,
my expression, in my conduct, I have to participate for universal human order and human tradition. So there would be occasions when you start feeling suffocated. I'm not able to come out of certain conditionings,
yes, yes,
certain
yes. That's
sanskar.
the yes, yes,
Yes. I am feeling suffocated. Now the
yes,
way out is that I get aware that within me, what is my destination? In my expression, what is my destination? And I keep working for that. And both complement each other. So
yes,
that's why I asked about the participation, right? Now here again you can make out, the way I'm spending my time every day, how much of it is necessary to be spent like that, right? Can I utilize it better for right understanding, right feeling within, and for participating in the universal human order outside? So all
yes.
that assessment and evaluation has to be made at your end.
Right, right, right. I have to
So
enhance it more. I listen to all the videos and all whenever I get time. So I have to put in more time in,
yes,
in this direction. Right, Bhaiya. That's the answer I got. Thank you so much. Thank you.
naturally.
Thank you.
And let me say that each one of us has an important role to play at this moment because,
Yes,
like,
yes,
we are going to have this international conference, and we are now trying to take the message to the world outside India. So if you have foreign
right,
contacts, right, then you can
right,
share through the Google form that we have been sharing on the groups also. You can list those
right.
persons. Yes. So that is also an important
Oh,
contribution.
okay, that is in SRM, na?
Yeah. So that is in hybrid mode.
Acha,
That
right,
international conference. Yeah.
right, Bhaiya, right, Bhaiya. I'll do it. I'll do it. Thank you so much, Bhaiya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
नमस्ते भैया.
Namaste, Dee.
Uh, this question is not about this exercise. I want to ask one question. I have a relative whose child is not well. He is intellectually disabled. She remains very discomfortable at all the time and saying me that I am very anxious. I don't know what to do. So sometimes I don't know what programs she should make and how can I help her that she come out of this situation.
Let
This is
her
my
attend a
question.
workshop.
Yeah, yeah, sir.
Let her attend a workshop.
It's not possible. She has to work with her son. Matlab, she is going for physiotherapy and so many things she is doing with that child. I asked her for a workshop and sent the link also, but
Yeah.
couldn't attend it. Tell me some little bit that I could calm her for some time.
Yeah, I can see the solution lies in developing right understanding and right feeling. That we can see at the very basic level, isn't it?
No, I
And then depending on my situation, my commitments, my environment outside, right? My connections, all those things.
um,
One person has to devise a program for oneself. See,
mm,
we all have time to ensure right understanding within. There is no dearth of time as such. It's only that
mm,
we have to put it on high priority.
um,
See, when you look at this program to be a pure observer,
mm,
in every state of situation, I can be a pure observer, right?
mm,
Now, to become a pure observer, I need some preparation, and workshops help you getting prepared.
mm,
Your participation helps you getting prepared.
mm,
Your exposure to various ways of getting exposed to the content like YouTube videos or workshops online, okay, reading books and all that helps you get prepared. So
mm,
essentially, I have to be a pure observer so that I can reach that state of realization within, and I can utilize all these as an aid to that program. But that is something
mm,
that one has to work out, and I am sure that the lady also might have multiple ways of developing right understanding. Only that she has to put it on priority.
mm.
So think about it. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
And for that, I'll say that you yourself can see Hannah, within yourself how you can further complement the person
Um,
through your dialogue.
I'm trying this.
Nice, nice, Didi. So nice sharing and dialogue that we had. We did not open up any further content. So this was the assignment that we had taken, and maybe we can continue with that. Some fresh assignment might also be shared today, so we can have a look at that too, and then keep on working. Basically, this is very important to find out how I associate meaning to a sensation, right? And then I can look within and also see what are the sanskars that I'm carrying within, based on which I'm associating meaning. So I'll keep up to here. G.